Just gonna do a quick walk around of the vehicle. 2013 GMC Duramax, the Allison. Obviously it is a four-wheel drive. The mirrors are pull out, just manual. It's got power ventilated seats. The engine is all stock. I've never had a chip. I don't think the owner before me has had a chip. The lens right here is cracked somehow. I have no idea how that happened. It was like that when I got the vehicle. I just never worried about it. It's got the original stereo, heated seats, all the power seats, everything works normally, power windows. It's got the adjustable pedals, the trailer braking system. Not a lot to see in the back, but the seats are in really good shape. We just haven't used it a ton. It's got a power sliding window. These are the jacks. It does have the swing out for the dually. This is the slide on the kitchen side. The hot water heater works great. Lights immediately with the flip of a switch. Those are the propane tanks. There's two propane bottles. This is the battery box. It's got two regular deep cell RV batteries. This is the outdoor shower and the access for the dump valves and the drain valves for the water and the hot water heater. It's got little leveling bubbles. This is the power cord. It's got an awning. It's a manual awning. It's got a step here, and the step is adjustable, so you can put it in that position, or you can move it over to the right so that if you have something hooked up to the trailer, you can still have a step. This is the hitch extension with the wiring, so that's all taken care of. Probably can't see it, but it has airbags, just a basic airbag system where you put an air chuck on two remote valves. There's a storage drawer here. It's where we keep the fresh water hose and a couple other small things. This is the jacks and slide out controls. So you just push a button to wake it up. And then there's a remote here. Works great, no problems with that. When you come in the camper, there's one tiny little bit of damage on the door. We had something slide off when we were underway and hit the door. Here's the bathroom. There's a little bit of storage here. Obviously the shower head. It has covers for all the vents, which I think helps with heat if you're using this in the winter. A vanity, the stool, all that works normally. Here's the range. It's got a cutting board that's kind of built in just for extra countertop space. The oven, microwave. Here's the control center. So that tells you the condition of the batteries on that side. The water heater, as I mentioned, you just flip that switch, it lights right up. The generator, 16.4 hours. I'll go ahead and start that. Well, I just turned the gas bottles off, but it starts first turn, and I can demonstrate that for you if you need to at another date, but I just turned off the propane. Sink, storage. It does have fluorescent lights, which are nice and bright, and I think they use a little less energy. Radio with indoor-outdoor speakers, and you can switch that between the two or run both at the same time. It also has a satellite for satellite TV, but we've never used that. It's got this great skylight here that you can pull the shade closed for darkness. It's hard to see, but it opens really wide. if you want a lot of air. And then there's another screen that you can pull closed. So if you turn on the Fantastic fan, which is at the other end of the camper with this open, you get really great air circulation. There's heater ducts, some power outlets, some storage down there, a little bit of storage up there. We put a residential style mattress in it, which obviously you may want to change that out, but it was more comfortable than the camper one. The fridge and freezer have always worked great. They'll run on DC, AC, or propane. No problems with that. I have a spice rack right here. Good for storage. The dinette obviously drops down to a bed. There's some big storage here. And then this is, it's a little hard to see, but these pins come out. That folds down onto that ledge right there. Then there's a board up there that flips over to close the opening, and it becomes a bunk. So we had kiddos, obviously not rated for a lot of weight, but was handy for them. This is the Fantastic fan. If you've ever had one of these, they move a lot of air and they're very quiet. It's very handy. It does have air conditioning, which works really good. We just ran that the other day. And keep going around the outside. Can go up to the roof real quick. It's got a roof rack system. I never got around to doing solar, but I think that would probably help. I believe it's got a solar pre-wire, but I can't promise that. I never got around to looking into it. This is storage, so when the slide is open, that's access to storage, which is under the dinette. This is the furnace, the fridge, access for the back of the fridge, and the freshwater fill. Here's the other side of the truck. The tires are in okay shape. I don't know exactly what the depth of the tread is. Michelin's. These ones are pretty darn good considering the dually. I just had all the major fluids changed, differential, transfer case, and transmission. And it runs pretty great, so hopefully this helps.